Hey everyone, welcome back to the Malone Effect. We're in the kitchen again today, and I'm preparing an old favorite that I think everybody in the world likes. And that is a staple of Chinese restaurants, which is chicken fried rice. Chicken fried rice is so good because it can be done as a side item to a bigger meal, or it can be a meal in itself. That's how I'm eating it today. So my preparation, my recipe is fairly traditional. You'll see it moves very, very fast. The key to this is preparation, prepping your items so they're ready to go as soon as you get that wok hot, and then timing, move very, very fast so your ingredients don't burn. So that's it. We're going to give it a whirl. Remember, as always, you can modify this recipe if you choose to make it yourself any way you want. I use instant brown rice. You don't have to use instant rice. You don't have to use brown rice. Modify it whatever way you want. If there's an ingredient I put in that you don't like, I put broccoli in. If you don't like broccoli, leave it out. If there's something else you'd like to put in, if you want to put green beans into it, I don't put green beans. If you want to put something into it, do that. Modify it whatever way you want. Again, the meat, it doesn't have to be chicken fried rice. It can be beef fried rice, pork, tofu. You can make this meal vegetarian, no problem. But give it a shot and let me know in the comments how it works. If you like the recipe, if you click thumbs up. If you don't like the recipe, you can click a thumbs down. That's no problem. But leave a comment as to why you don't like it, because that feedback is very important to me. And if you do like the content of the channel, if you just click subscribe, that'd be great. All right. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy the recipe. This is chicken fried rice a la Malone. Enjoy. Okay, so I'm going to start off with some green onions. We're going to cut off the tip first of all, and then you want to take one of the shoots, one of the long shoots, and pull it down. You want to remove the outer skin of green onions anytime you're cooking with them. I love green onions in meals. They have a great flavor to them, and they really accentuate any meal. Once you get the skin off, just give them a quick rinse off under the tap, and you're ready to cut them. I'm going to cut them here into about half a centimeter sections. I'm also going to separate the white part from the green part. The reason being, we're going to use them in two different phases of the meal. Just a rough chop on the green part there, and you're good to go. This is just a regular white onion, half an onion. Very, very careful anytime you're cutting onions because they slide, and if that slides and the knife, goes into your finger, you'll have caused yourself a permanent injury. Just keep a constant pressure with the left hand. That's my hand with the watch, and then let the weight of the blade of the knife do the actual work chopping. Don't worry about speed. Speed will come with time and experience. Safety first, always, when using a kitchen knife. I'm going to do a rough chop on my broccoli. I love broccoli in any sort of rice dish because it adds a great texture and a wonderful flavor. Of course, we'll boil this down, as I always do, for about 2 minutes in boiling water, rolling boil. And I did it again. Did you see me steal that carrot? I'm addicted to those carrots. They're so good, though. I need to stop doing it, though, when I'm recording myself. Okay, so I'm going to quarter the baby carrots there. A lot of people in fried rice will shred their carrots. I like them a little bigger. I like that texture. Peas and corn. Adding those to my onions. I use them a lot. Now, here's my brown rice, okay? Cold water and then a little white wine vinegar is all I'm doing to the seasoning of this because the real seasoning is going to come in the wok. Quick stir up and then cook it. There's my carrots and my broccoli boiling. Now look, a word about the fried rice. Traditional fried rice is usually made with leftover day-old rice. Because I'm cooking the rice the same day, I have to modify it a bit. I have to do a bit of a cheat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the rice and put it into a cold bowl, and I'm going to put it into the freezer. When I do that, it simulates, for about 30 minutes, it simulates the aging process. It dehydrates the rice just a little bit, makes it a little firmer, like day-old rice would be. Pro tip. This is going to be the chicken breast here is about 10 ounces. I'm only going to use about 4 to 4.5 ounces of the chicken breast. I'm going to trim away all the fat. Again, just like I say with onions, be very, very careful cutting chicken, because chicken will tend to slide on the chopping board. So very, very careful, slow and deliberate. Again, nice smooth cuts. Now we're going to cut the chicken into very, very thin strips. Okay, for this meal itself, very thin strips. Oh, you see? Now you see where that's given me trouble there, that piece? Stop. If you get trouble with anything like that, get hung up, stop, reset, and then proceed to cut. Okay? Safety first always. But yeah, we're just going to cut all the pieces into nice thin strips. You see what I'm doing here, and right there, hand across the top of the blade, perfectly safe. I'm just going to go through all the chicken. Any chicken I find, any pieces I find that are bigger than the nice thin little strips that I want, I'm just going to slice those up. Looks like we're going through. Oh, found another one there. And there we go. Perfect. That is perfect. All my ingredients are ready here, prepped, right beside the wok. I'm not going to have to go anywhere or look for anything. It's go time. Oil in the pan. Now, I did not put enough oil in here, and you'll see why in just a moment. So you're going to need more oil than I put in. I would put about twice the amount of oil that I put in. Okay, I'm going to crack 3 eggs directly into the wok. Don't worry about them. Don't worry about them burning. We're going to scramble them up here in just a second. However, you'll see what my lack of oil causes. You see how the eggs are kind of sticking to the wok right there? If I had put more oil, that would not have happened. That's okay. It's not going to damage the integrity of the meal at all. And you see me kind of working here, trying to keep it scraped off. But the eggs are scrambling up nicely. It's not going to affect the meal. It's just going to give me a little bit of extra work later with the scouring pad, trying to clean my wok. So I'm going to scramble the eggs up. Eggs are scrambling beautifully, so quick that the wok generates such intense heat. They're already ready, so now in goes the chicken. This chicken is going to cook up very quickly as well, because again, it's very thin strips, and again, you have intense amounts of heat in that wok. So just keep working it. Never leave anything sitting in a wok, because it will burn. It will burn. That metal is so hot. But I'm going to keep working it. We're going to cook the chicken almost the entire way through, because once we start adding the rest of our ingredients, we really only have about 2 or 3 minutes of actual cook time left. This is a very fast meal, very fast meal. So here we go. Now we're going in with the onions, the corn, and the peas. They're prepped already in a bowl. I'll do a quick toss there, and next we'll go my broccoli and carrots. They're already fairly pre-cooked as we boiled them ahead of time. Again, a little flick. Now, don't worry about doing that flick if you can't. That'll come with practice. Be very careful doing it, or you'll end up with food all over your kitchen floor. So be very, very careful. You can stir it as well, but flipping the pan, tossing the pan like that, just does a really, really nice full mix of the ingredients. Again, keep working it. You're constantly working the ingredients in the wok, making sure they don't burn. Now, just the whites of the green onions in to the cooking process. Doesn't take long to cook them down. They cook very, very quickly, especially in that kind of heat. We're just going to toss them again, stir it, work up the ingredients, and again, everything is cooking so fast here. Very good. And now we're ready to go ahead and add our rice. Now, if you're using the day-old rice, if you've taken this out of the fridge and it's been in the fridge all day, break it up the way I did kind of there. Break up any clumps, because it will have clumped together. Now, I don't have that problem with this rice because, again, we cheated. We kind of made it the same day. But just make sure your rice is broken up, because you want the seasoning when we put our soy sauce and our sesame oil in. You want it to touch all parts of the rice grains. Each grain of rice, you want to have that beautiful flavor. What I'm pinching in there is chicken granules, chicken bouillon. Okay, that when that mixes with the sweat from the veggies and the soy sauce or the sesame oil, that's going to give a lovely savory flavor to it. I throw my lemongrass in, just a hint. You just want a hint of that lemongrass. That's my own particular ingredient. Now that's soy sauce going in, generous portion of soy sauce. And here's the kicker, sesame oil. Sesame oil gives that beautiful burnt sesame flavor. Toasted sesame, I shouldn't say burnt, toasted sesame flavor to that is so signatory of fried rice. And now it's plating. You see how quickly that went. I'm plating it. Oh, my mom would be so mad at me spilling that rice on the countertop. Either way, into the bowl, and now we use the rest of our green onions, the green part of our green onions, as a garnish on top. And that's the meal. Chicken fried rice. Bon appetit. Okay, I am super stoked about this. This is one of my favorite dishes to prepare. It's so filling, but it's also delicious. It's so full of flavors. I'm going to put this aside for a second, but you know I'm going to be adding my sriracha to it in just a second. But I want to taste the rice as it is. You saw how easy that prep was. Very, very quick. You just have to, two keys to it. You've got to prep your ingredients ahead of time so they're ready to go. And once you hit the wok, move lightning speed. Very, very good. So I'm going to taste the rice really quickly without any chicken in it and just with minimum veggies. I just want to see what the flavor came out as. Amazing. Tastes just like restaurant chicken fried rice. Fresh. The soy sauce and the sesame oil are the keys to the flavor, because they're the primary ingredient. We put the little chicken bouillon granules in as well. They add to it, but really it's the soy sauce and the sesame oil. Very, very good. Now I'm going to taste a piece of chicken, and a nice big piece here, and see how that was cooked. Delicious. The texture of the chicken is perfect. It's got that texture. You bite into it. It's not dry. It's not chewy. You just bite into it and your teeth go through it. It's so good. So you saw how easy this was. Calorie-wise, we're looking at about 7 to 745 calories with the brown rice. It was 4 ounces of chicken. As I said earlier, you do not have to use chicken. You don't have to do this exactly how I did it. If you want to do beef, you can do beef, pork. You can do tofu. You can do a seafood fried rice. Whatever you want to put into it, just use the same method. You also don't have to use brown rice. Remember, I use instant brown rice, so 10-minute cook time on that. You can use regular brown rice. You can use white rice. It doesn't matter. Make it how you like it, because again, the key to a diet, the key to consistently cooking for yourself and not saying, I'm just going to order a pizza, is you want to make stuff you're going to eat. So if you don't like the broccoli, leave it out. If you want something else in it that I don't put in it, add it in. It's your food. But if you do, please leave a comment below. Let me know how it worked out, first of all. Also, any modifications you did, and anything that didn't work, just let me know as well. If you like the video, if you click a thumbs up for me, it's very, very important. If you don't like it, click a thumbs down as well. But if you do hit thumbs down, please leave a comment and let me know why, because that feedback's incredibly important to me, so that I can adjust my videos moving forward. And if you like the content of the channel, you would click subscribe, because I really love putting these videos out. I'm going to continue to do so. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get back to my meal. I will bid you all farewell, and I hope you give it a shot. I'm going to try it. It's delicious. And till we see each other again, God bless, and I hope you are phenomenal.